Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I'll be 51 tomorrow. Happy birthday to me. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Tony Ross with Tonyteach and doing more little fun tests, playing around with software and whatnot. Testing out a theory. So, if we were, matter of fact, if you're watching this, do me a quick favor, especially if you're on Facebook, share this to, I don't know, different places, whatever. I'm going to share it a couple of times. Then I'm going to try to delete it and see what happens. Just kind of curious on this whole new age thing. So I'm playing around inside of Toon Boom Harmony, and I have my bear. It's actually in two parts. So we've got the body, and technically, the body and the head. Just two parts. But we have a curve deformer that's controlling the body. And then I've got a pretty much the head's also under that. But I have kinematic output, which I need to go in here and reword this anyway. Enough tech talk. But the bottom line is when I move the curve of the body, the head goes along with it, which is kind of cool. The head has its own deformer on it, so zooming out, yeah, just kind of playing around with this. This is our little hamburger rig, or fried bologna. It's basically anytime you have a much smaller budget. Thanks, Ibiz, for sharing. When we have a smaller budget working on things, this is our little cheat that we'll do. So I'm curious. Little bit of weird stuff. So yeah, I will be 51 on September 9th. August 7th, I decided for this year, for my birthday, my present to me is I am going to do a summit. So yeah, under 30 days to get this knocked out. We're able to get about 25 artists, animators, directors, writers, producers, all those fun people. And big shout out to all those people. Really thank you for chiming in. They're like, yeah, Tony, this would be great. We're going to do it. So I think the old me would have been like, I want to have an animated summit. And then 2 years later, I'd be going, yeah, I really should do that summit thing. This was a different type of thing to play around with. So to those who are questioning what I'm using a combination of two different pieces of software. I'm using Ecamm Live on my Mac, and then I'm also connecting that to Restream.io. And shout out to Joanna Davidovich for introducing me to Restream. So with Restream, it's pretty much posting to Facebook, YouTube, as well as I think they're beta testing LinkedIn, which I'll find out in a second, seeing how that goes. So I also have an overlay. So the little 2D animation virtual summit that's at the bottom is a little overlay. So yeah, so that's my birthday present to myself. Somewhere after all of this is done, typically for my birthday, I usually have one. Let's be clear, I'm not a small person and I don't drink often, so that's my disclaimer. And again, why I'm going to delete this later. So one of the things I typically will do for my birthday is I'll have 2 Long Island iced teas and at least 3 shots of really, really good tequila. And my tolerance is extremely high, but then again, I'm like 6'5", over 300 pounds, so yeah, it's not going to hit me the way it would hit other people. So yeah, I think yesterday I just had beers instead, like two Drafty Kilts, which Monday Night Drafty Kilt is an awesome beer. I used to think when people first introduced it to me, I thought they were saying draft to kill, but it's Drafty Kilt, like Kilt. And I'm like, dude, that's kind of funny. Anyway, I digress. So, curious. La 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 la. I just, dude, we gotta. I'm going to look more into Real Illusion. So a lot of Real Illusion stuff. That was a really impressive demo. I was like, well, damn, that's kind of nice. Kind of I don't know. Not that I want to always do bologna or hamburger work, but it was like that, and that opened up a lot more revenues, not just for clients, but when I've got these crazy ideas that I want to do, just kind of run with it. Speaking of, there's a book. What is like a book I've been studying that I've been telling everybody and their mother about is You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. So, what is it? What she said? In order to kick ass, you must first lift your foot. It's like, and it's just crazy little stuff like that. You might not be into self-help stuff, and that's cool. It's not going to be for everyone. I'm saying for me, it was a game changer. So it made me look at life and projects different. So instead of me just having a, well, maybe one day attitude about things, it's like, let's do this. And Tony Grillo and I were talking about this, and he said, isn't it weird that you've always had the ability to just up and do this, and you just did? And it's like, yeah. It's like, didn't really cost anything to do. It's just, time and effort, just put some stuff in there. So, but yeah. Anyway, so enough of this little test. Seeing one about sharing. I've got to try to share it out a couple of times and see how that's going to turn out. The overlay is kind of cool. I did a PNG and uploaded it, so Ecamm Live is kind of nice. I don't know if it's for PC, but I'm on a Mac. Oh, and to be clear, this is the weird part. I think when I first tried it, I was like, well, I don't like it because my fans are on or whatever. But the bottom line is, I am running this off of a 2011 Mac Mini. So, yeah, it's 2011 Mac Mini. I did put in, I think, a decent hard drive in there. Maybe it was like a 500 gig solid state or something weird. I don't know. But the bottom line is, this isn't a super powerful system that I'm running this on, so it's interesting. But yeah, this is quite cool. I believe there's an overlay. I don't need to have that open anymore, do I? If I close that, okay, cool, that works. That's there. Alrighty. Where's our play? Click play. Cool, you use OBS. I've heard a lot about OBS. I think the first time I tried it, my fans were going crazy. So, in our business, like fans going off, it's really bad, especially if you're trying to record a tutorial. So yeah, I think I've got my eyeballs on. I'm kind of going back and forth. Do I want to get the newest Mac Mini, or do I want to get the new Mac Pro when it comes out? And before anyone wants to try to argue with me, Mac versus PC, I will gladly discuss sex, religion, or politics before arguing Mac or PC. I'm just basically saying what I like. I can use both. I know what I like. Yeah, they're overpriced, right? Blah blah blah. I was like, that's cool. This is what I like. So, but yeah, that's the other thing. The book I was studying was kind of one of those things that you have to look at. If I get the Mac Mini, am I just going, oh, that's kind of what I want? It's like, is that really what I want? If I could snap my fingers and have exactly what I want, I would probably have the Mac Pro. And my argument has always been my computer can be the size of a refrigerator as long as it gives up power. Check out Stream Deck. It's a cheap little controller that allows you to do all sorts of things like activate graphics, switch scenes, play media, etc. Ooh, thanks, Ibiz. I really appreciate that. I am loving this software, though. Ecamm is kind of crazy. I think I bought it way back I think right when they were first debuting it. So I think I got they switched over to a subscription base. But I think I bought a lifetime thing because I haven't been paying anybody. So, but yeah, I've heard about Stream Deck. A lot of this is going to be interesting. I think I really enjoy. I like to talk. I like the sound of my voice, and I like talking to people. So I may have to come up with another brainchild that is just doing nothing but interviewing people, and it's kind of bugging all these different people. So, but yeah, this is kind of cool. Have to. I think one of my next tests is going to be bringing my other nom de plume marker dude and doing webcams and doing marker drawings and stuff live, which is interesting. Thanks, dude. Yeah, Ibis. Yeah, shout out to if you check out at marker dude on Instagram. Haven't posted anything lately, but I'm about to get back into that where I'm just kind of drawing for the heck of it. People are like, are you doing commissions? It started off as mostly therapy, kind of is still there, and at the same time, people are like, oh my gosh, could you paint something for me? It's like I'll probably have prints and stuff a lot more that I've had. A couple of people approach me, and it feels like they're going through sticker shock, but at the same time, it's like I know how much work goes into it. If I'm doing it in the computer, that's one thing. Painting is something totally different. So, but yes, I digress. Dude. So I've got to bug Chris and see if we've got the rest of it. The bear, technically the bear as well as the fox. They're supposed to be, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 parts total. It'll be right arm, left arm, body and legs, and then head. And then the head will have like mouth substitutions and everything like that, because we're going to be I'll show like rigging and animating this from pretty much all during the summit. I'll be that little PBS guy going, hey, thanks everyone for watching. Wow, we just finished watching Mark Simon and he was showing some excellent storyboards. Okay, so while we're waiting for the next panelist, we're going to show you what we're going to do with this bear and the fox. So yeah, something like that. Can you switch this thing? Okay. Obviously, you're asking, hey, Tony, that character you're working on? Character rig you're working on. Thank you. Does it have multiple sprites so you can switch it, or is it a single image? I'm really liking the way he's moving left to right. Thank you. I'm wondering if it has multiple sprites you can swap out. Yes, you can. And that's I don't have it set up right now because, again, my drawing. Let me see if I can show you this really quick. I'll show you this. So if I go to the head, I'll do something really ugly here. I'll go to my drawing view. So that's here. I can right click here, go to drawings, duplicate drawing. So here's the deal. Right here, do you see this number 1? Okay. So if I go drawing, duplicate drawing, it says now number 2. For instance, I can come over here. I'm just going to do something really ugly and make a number 2. All right. So let's go back to our camera view. Zoom out. So, by the way, you see that little line there? That's not a keyframe. It's just a drawing substitution. So the idea of that's his head, and I can swap it out. So the way I explain this, especially if people are familiar with Flash, the way that Harmony or Toon Boom's, matter of fact, Harmony Premium Premium, Essentials, or Advanced, the way that it works is these aren't symbols, these are drawings. So a drawing in Harmony is like a graphic symbol on steroids in Flash. So the same way you did single mode and swapping things back and forth, you can do that here. So that's how we do the mouths, that's how we do hands and different things like that. So here's the other cool part. I can, let's see, on my keyboard, I can use my bracket keys to kind of, I just went back to drawing one there. So if I do my close bracket, it's going up to the next number. If I went too far, actually it won't let me go that far. But yeah, I just have two drawings that I can swap between. I think also my library has a little bit of a, let me bring this down. Thank you. There it is. So the library has, it shows, I can actually swap between those two that way. But it really comes in handy to start doing, especially for like lip sync, or my favorite thing to show is like an eye blink. But you basically build all of those there, and it's kind of like off the shelf, the way they used to say it, but pulling down when you need to actually swap something out. But yeah, that's just the way that the drawings here work, which took, if you're coming, for those who are coming from a Flash background, you have to get that much power, you have to swap it over to a symbol. Here, you do have symbols, but I'll show something next week where we did this incredible, between Chris and I, we did this nice little car that was doing all like these multiple drawings and everything, and we made that a symbol. Then we brought the symbol back on the timeline and then added a curve deformer to our animation. So it was, you're actually kind of stacking on top of stacking. Like kind of right here, I've got the curve deformer, but I also have this set up in what's called a peg. So I can kind of move the peg back and forth in addition to having the curve deformer. So, but yeah. Yes. Like if he has multiple sprites, he can swap out. So when he's talking or looking in different directions, etc. Yes, that is the plan. That's one of our cheats, because once you go in, oh, cool. And CTA. Oh, is that CTA? Is that character animator, or are you talking about something different? Similar to the sprite switching process in CTA. What's CTA again? Oh yeah, while I'm at it, if you all haven't done so already, look at the banner below. Crazy Talk Animator. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yes, I definitely want to look at that, because I'm very interested in the whole motion capture aspect of that, and saving out different animations. That looks really scary awesome, I think. But yeah, if you haven't already, we're going to have like a bunch of different people. Like, are the interviews pre-recorded? Yes. Will I be talking live? Yeah, it's gonna be like I'm a DJ like the whole week and some junk. So from like 10 to 4 Eastern Standard Time all next week, I'm going to be posting different things. So yeah, I think we just posted up what the schedule is going to be, and kind of broken it down into groups. But yeah, it's the most difficult thing today was seeing someone else on Instagram that had some incredible animation, and me going, I will not reach out to them to interview them for the show that's happening this week. So it's like, it's kind of funny. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. By the way, I'm going to call out some people. There are some friends of mine that I went to school with. We went to an actual art college, and some of these friends, I think some of them are working in the business, some of them aren't working in the business. Some of them that are working in the business still don't draw on their own. Some that aren't working in the business still don't draw on their own. So I don't want to call your names out, but I will probably instant message you or send you something in Messenger that says, take some time today, and I want you, is it worth you drawing the circle, a quarter size circle 4 times? Is it worth that $1? And then go back in and say, okay, I'm going to draw a nickel inside of each one of those little quarter circles rather. Then go in and do a penny, then do a dime. Just a little target thing. That's all I'm asking. Draw something. Especially those of you, and speaking from experience, it's getting back into drawing and not just doing, oh, how can I make money out of this, but actually just drawing or just doing something for fun. You'll be surprised at what it does for you mentally. That and staying hydrated, that's another story. But for creative people, if you're feeling in that funk, like, ask yourself, when's the last time you actually drew something? And it doesn't need to be a masterpiece. You don't need to get 5,000 likes on it or anything like that. It can just be for you. Matter of fact, I don't know. go to the store, get that crappy toilet paper from what is it, Scott's, that really cheap stuff that they always put in public restrooms, and get a pencil, and the next time you're in the bathroom, just kind of draw stuff on the toilet paper. Just do something, but just draw. You'll be surprised at what it does for your mood. And none of this bull about, oh, it doesn't look good. And for some of us, we haven't drawn in years. For me, I hadn't drawn for since maybe 2005-ish, drawn something for myself, if you think about that, being an artist. And people are like, no, Tony, you post stuff all the time. It's like, yes, but it was like, how much money can I make from this? So you have to do something for yourself. As my therapist likes to remind me, it's like, put your own mask on first, because you're not going to be any good to anyone else if you don't. But enough about that. Yeah, la 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 la. Where is my render view? Render it on out there. Nice. So yeah, dudes are vector. No. Okie dokie. So yeah, thank you if anyone's actually shared this, and Ibis, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to do some testing and see if I can delete this later and see what happens with it. Alright, this has been Tony Ross for Tonyteach.com and the animationsummit.net. If you haven't signed up already, be sure to go ahead and check that out. The summit's going to be absolutely free, running all week long. Get to see some crazy stuff. Anyway, make art, not excuses. So go make something. Alright, talk to you.